Assalamualaikum, very good morning, sir. Okay, so before I start details regarding my presentations of my systems, let me introduce myself first. My name is Ashikin binti Abdullah, metric number 250813. So for today, I'm going to present my individual assignment, which is we come out with a system. So my system name is a money tracker. So the functions, like we know the functions of this system, which is we want to trace regarding our expenses, our management of the money. So between the actual income and also the budgets regarding the expenses, so that we can know details regarding our expenses, regarding our incomes for the year, for the monthly, so we can view it based on these kinds of the system. Okay, so before I start more details, I just want to mention to sir, which is regarding the requirement that sir are required for us to give in our individual assignment, like the sir upload in online learning already complete all of the requirement. Okay, all of the requirements. So we start one by one first. Okay, so for example, like we know, we as a new user, for example, we must to register first before we log in. Okay, I put down the names. We got the Nurul, and then the password. We have Nurul also. Then the name, we have Nurul. And then the email, we got the nurul123@gmail.com. So we have the phone number. So we have 03456789. And then we have the address. We got the number 3 Jalan Mawar, Jitra Kedah. Okay, so we have this one, so we can register. So that is mentioned that you are registered successfully. So now we can log in back. So we have a username, which is you got Nurul. Then we have the password also, we have Nurul. If they're not too sure, they can see it. So we have a Nurul. So we can log in. Okay, so now this is referring for my dashboard. So I put down the date easier for the user, they can see regarding the date. We have May 2020. And then the next one's like the sir mentioned that, which is we come up with a graph. So the A is referring for the bonus mark, right? So we have the income, then versus the actual. So this one, it comes out with total income, total expenses, actuals, and also we have remaining. So that here is referring for this graph. So easier for the user, they can see regarding the money that they already spent. And then the next ones, we have category. And then we have the budget, we have actuals, then we have remaining. After we deduct from budget and also actuals, then come out with a notification. So easier for the user to stay alert regarding the notification. Okay, so we start first one by one. So this one, my side button, also easier for the user, they can click like this one. So we have in terms of the, for example, we add the budget first. Okay, so when we add the budget, okay, so this one, the budget is referring for the monthly. So for example, food, our budget for foods for this month, for example, we got the 300, so we can add. So that is mentioned that is record added successfully. The next one, for example, we have book. So the amount of the book is 100, the budget for this month. So we add. And then the next ones we got, for example, the transportation. So transportation, we got 100 also for this month. So we can add. So that is recorded as added successfully. So that in order for the user, they want to update some things regarding the budget, so that here they can click the update budget. Okay, so easier for them to see, right? So here they can edit or they can delete the item that they already added. For example, they want to delete for the transportation, so that they can delete. So it's automatically delete. And then the next one's for the book. Okay, for example, we have a food. They want to edit. Okay, up to the 400. Okay, for example, they want to up to 400, so we can have the update. Okay, so this one, click again regarding the food, so we have the update. So that here is referring record update successfully, we can view. So previously it's 300, now we got the 400. So that is regarding the budget. Now we have for the income. Regarding the income, for example, the income, we receive the income from the PTPTN, for example. So amount is the 2000. So here we can add. So that here is record added successfully. For example, we receive the money from parent. Okay, money from parents. So we receive 1000, for example. So this one also is referring for monthly. Okay, so we have add. Okay, so this one is record added successfully. So that the same thing, if the user they want to update something regarding the income, they can click the update income. So for example, like this one. For example, they want to edit the money from parents. So they just can click edit. So which is we have, for example, they receive the money 1500. So we have update. So it's update. record update successfully, they can view. So previously 1000, now we got the 1500. So the date also I already put it directly in terms of the regarding the date. So easier for the user, don't need to key in one by one, so that here is automatically have the date here. So we have the category, then we have incomes, then they have a tools. So which is we have this one. At here also they can delete the recordings, the item they already added. So the next one, which is we have the expenses. We add the expenses. Okay. For now, for expenses, we based on the daily. For example, we got food. Okay. For example, today on the 18th May, we have a nasi ayam. For example, so we have nasi ayam, amount of the 10 ringgit. So then here we can add. And then the next one, we have category of the book. For example, so the name is accounting. For example, okay. So which is amount of the 100, so we can add. Okay, so it's a record added successfully. The next one is the same again, we got in terms of the book, which is we have the name is the statistics. Okay, statistic, amount of the 100 also, so we have add. So that is record added successfully. So that here they want to edit something regarding the expenses also, they can click again regarding the update expenses. Easier for them to look at, right? So that's why I put down at the side button. So which is we have this one. Okay, so we have this one, the same thing. For example, they want to edit the food. Okay, so we can click the edit. For example, the price only 5 ringgit. Okay, so they can have the update. Okay, so this one, click again regarding the food, so we have the update. So that is record successfully, they can view the record. So that is, so previously is 10 ringgit, now we got the 5 ringgit. So is there the same thing? We got the date, category, expenses too. So don't need to key in the dates one by one. So it's automatically tracking. So we have this one. So this one, totals of the expenses for today. So 205 ringgit. So there is, so they want to view again regarding the dashboard. They want to look at. So this one regarding the dashboard. So if you look at for the graph, right? So that is referring for the, this one of the expenses means that here the spending, right? The spending is only for 10% for today. Okay, compared to the in terms of the total income. So total income 2000. Total expenses 205, so the balance only for the 1795. So we only spend 10% from our total income. And also down here, so like Dr. mentions, right? So which is we have the category, which is we got food, budget, actuals, and also remaining. This one is notification is acceptable, means that the actual is not more than the budget. Compared to the book, right? The means that here the actuals is higher than budget. So that's why here is remaining 520. So it's become like this one as the notification. So this one they can view directly. I put down also the totals for the budget, for the actuals, and also for the remaining. So that is regarding that's why as overall is acceptable. So for now we can view for the report. So report I come out with the two, which is you got the yearly and also monthly report. So normally people only view for the yearly or also monthly, right? So we come out with a yearly first. So year, of course lah, we just key in data only for this year, right? 2020. So we have go. So this one you can see the income, okay, in terms of the description here. Then we got total income, then we have expenses, then we have total expenses. So total saving the money that they already left for them, which is we got the income minus with the expenses, they got the total saving 3,295 ringgit. That is regarding for yearly as the overall. But here we just key in for this today, right? So that is only for this one lah. And then for the monthly report, so like this one we got the 2020, click again. Now we got the monthly is referring for May. So we can go. So we have the same thing lah. So this one only for this month. Okay, if they want to view for as the SD month. Okay, so they can print the content also. So that is regarding the side button. So now let's mention, right? So want to have the update profile. So I already have the update profile. For example, they want to update something here. So they can click. And then the next ones they can put down lah everything. We have a new roles. Then we have the regarding the email, right? nurulz123@gmail.com. And then the next ones, which is we have of the regarding the address, right? So they want to change. We got the number 34. We got the Jalan Mawar. Okay, Jalan Mawar, Jitra Kedah, for example. And then the phone number 0304, for example, they want, okay, 03, which is you got this one. Okay, so they can click update. So that is mentioned that record update successfully, so they can view. Right, so this one in terms of the regarding the information. And then I put down also regarding the change password. In order for them, if they want to change the password, so previously they must to key in first the old of the password. We got the Nurul, for example, the old one. So new, they want to put Nurul 123, for example, and then they must to reconfirm the password. So if they're not too sure, right, they can click here so they can see lah. Okay, that is regarding the password so that they can update. So it's mentioned that it's updated successfully. So that is regarding my system. So before I stop for the system, I just want to show to the sir regarding my database. So database I only have for the budget, category, expenses, income, and also users. It is for my regarding database. So I will upload this in the online learnings. Okay, so that is regarding for the database and also for my system. So after finish everything's right, okay, everything is clear, so that here the user can log out. Okay, so when they press log out, so it's be like this one. So I think that's all for my system. All for my, that is finish my presentation. So I think that's all. So thank you very much.